Hello, everybody. This is Waluigi Walkthroughs, and welcome to my new walkthrough. And if you haven't already guessed it, it is Super Mario Galaxy 2. Um, I already have a save file here. That's my first time playing through it. I have 241 stars. I just haven't been able to get the last one because I guess I'm going to end up getting it from this walkthrough. But hopefully I'm going to try to get 100% on this walkthrough. If you haven't seen my Super Mario Galaxy 1 walkthrough, it is on my channel. That was back earlier this year in the summer when my channel was actually Bobop20 or B20. So, anyway, let's get this show on the road. Would you like to share some cake while we watch the shooting stars? Meet me at the castle. Aw, Peach is so nice. But coincidentally, I actually remember the last time we were invited to your castle. Or every time we're invited to your castle, something bad goes on? I don't know, whatever. The Star Festival had just begun. Toads everywhere were celebrating. Alright. So, we're in a 2D plane, and this is our 2.5D plane, and basic controls are the same as in Super Mario Galaxy 1. Actually, in this game, coins are very helpful, so if you want to, I would highly suggest actually getting coins, a lot of them in this game, because they not only increase your health, but there is a lot of purpose added to them, to help you find other galaxies and stuff like that. But anyway, over here, we notice it is Luma, the guy who gave us our special powers in the last game. Supposedly, as the story goes, at the end of the last game, when the world was destroyed and recreated because of the Lumas, the new universe coincidentally becomes this universe in the game that we're playing. And nobody remembers the events of the last universe. So this is kind of like a parallel universe that just has completely different galaxies, and Bowser and Mario are still enemies. There's really no difference other than just the galaxies and everything. And that's why we meet up with Luma again. That's why we really don't need a quick explanation on, Rosalina, because apparently Rosalina's not in this game. Or at least, that's what we know right now. But like I said, I'm trying to do this as a 100% walkthrough. It might take me a while because I'm in school right now, and I don't really have enough time, coincidentally, because of a lot of work. But whenever I kind of have free time, I'll just try to record and do some parts. Luckily with YouTube now, we can do longer videos. 15-minute videos I think is the max for I think normal channels. I think others can go over 15 minutes, but I'm not quite sure if I would be able to. Well, here's Bowser, and look what else he has. Peach! How could we have guessed? How could we ever been wrong with that? And he goes, "I'm huge!" Even scary up close, huh? And Peach is like, "Mario, please help me!" Maybe I'll have Peach bake me something for once. So basically the entire story is just a throwaway. I don't think Nintendo even cared to make a story for this game. Which, in my opinion, I kind of disappointed because I wish they had a more, a deeper story involved. Maybe instead of Bowser being, the main nemesis, they could have had, I don't know, the Shadow Queen from Paper Mario 2 be the enemy, or Count Black. I really don't care. But for some reason, at the end of Super Mario Galaxy 1, end of Super Mario Galaxy 1, I thought, that Bowser and Mario were now friends because of the new universe, new beginnings, because everybody was celebrating, so I don't know if they're just celebrating because they were alive, or whatever. And here we meet two Lumas, and they're like, "Where did that monster come from? He took your princess to the center of the universe. You must hurry and save her." How do they not know that that monster is Bowser? I'm pretty sure everyone in this universe knows who Bowser is. I mean, unless he's a new villain. Whatever. I'm not making any sense right now. But, the story-wise, Bowser just wants Peach to make him a cake, and I guess Bowser really is having a craving for a cake. I don't know how Peach is going to be able to make a cake that big for him. Unless she has, about 30 bags of flour, cake batter, or whatever, 10 tubs of icing. I have no idea how Peach is going to be able to make a cake. And I don't think he ever got a cake. Anyway, here's our first level. Sky Station Galaxy, Pee-wee Piranha's Temper Tantrum. Sky Station Galaxy is just like Good Egg Galaxy. It is the very first galaxy that you'll have. Anyway. Well, see, this Luma knows who Bowser is. Like, he specifically knows that monster is Bowser. I guess those Lumas just have been living under a rock for ages. For their entire lives. Who cares? Anyway, in comparison to Good Egg Galaxy, I would actually say that I like this galaxy a lot better. It is quite a bit of fun. But pretty much all the levels in this game are 10 times better than, like, some of the better levels in the first game. As every reviewer probably has said, this game is just exactly what Nintendo should have done the first time, just to make some really creative levels, and they fulfill on their promise, and I really don't have a problem with this game at all. It doesn't need a story, gameplay alone, it stands on itself. So we need to get up on top of that building, and hold on one second. I'm getting a phone call. I hate when I get phone calls during recordings. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. It was actually family, but, I don't want to talk right now. And by family, I mean it was a friend. It was a family friend, whatever. Anyway, you can backflip onto that wall if you're Luigi, but the way to go is through this green pipe. And no, I do not need to know how to spin to defeat enemies. That's as if you've like never played this game before. Those hint boards really are not helpful at all. They basically just explain the obvious, and unless you're like a little kid who doesn't know how to play this game, I mean, you just have to be really clueless on how to play this game. And I can't get this Goomba for some reason. The same homing spin, butt jump is back from the first game. Does the same exact thing. You're going to be actually using that quite a bit in order to get some stars in this game later on, because just gauging it normally is going to be very difficult. And for some reason, just going through that like changes the gravity so much. I don't understand. Okay, that was close. Did not want to fall off there. And thank you for helping us. I'm going to transform into a launch star. Launch stars... Also, the hit detection for reaching a launch star is very generous in this game. And there's not really that brief pause where like the launch star appears and you can't really use it. I'm pretty sure they work automatically. But anyway, just the levels in this game are just amazing. I mean, I love it so much. These Octoombas, or whatever they're called, Trigoombas, the alien species, there are different kinds in this game. More kinds than there were in the last game. But, I'll explain the different types later on. Here we have music notes, collect them all. This is a checkpoint flag. La-da-da-da-da, I'm explaining the obvious. And, this game is very generous on giving you 1-ups, specifically 3 1-ups in succession. I wish they would actually give you moons, because moons are just the same thing as 3 1-ups. Over here we go into bonus levels, or bonus arenas, and here we have our first power-up, and it's Rainbow Mario. You're invincible. So let's defeat all these enemies. Yes, 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 do it. And I'm gonna get this 1-up, everything. And that coin... yeah, let's run around like crazy. Backflip. Alright. So, I haven't officially decided if I'm gonna do a commentary for every part, but since each of these videos are gonna be like about 15 minutes long, it's gonna be either just a lot of moments where I'm just being really quiet, trying to concentrate on the gameplay, or I'm just gonna end up not saying anything. But I actually had plans to do this walkthrough a long time ago, Actually, originally when the game came out, that's around the same time that I did my first, that's when I did the walkthrough for Super Mario Galaxy. I had intended to, do this game right after I finished Super Mario Galaxy, but I didn't really have time this summer. And I probably still don't have time right now, but I just want to at least try to do some parts of it. It's not going to be a very, quick walkthrough. It's going to take a while. And I mean by a while, probably like a few months. But who cares? It's a great game. That mud will slow you down. So, I guess I'll just talk about those Octoombas, the blue ones. The Octoombas, the blue ones, they shoot a rock at you at a regular trajectory. Here is the first Comet Medal. Collect them to make comets appear. I really like how they did the comet stars in this game. I mean, they don't really force it upon you to do it in the galaxy once a comet appears. You can still choose other missions if you want to come back to it, and those comets will always be there. And specifically, there's only one comet star per galaxy, and I really like that because it truly helps them to like make sure that the comets in each galaxy are specifically designed for that galaxy. Anyway, over here, we're getting very close to Pee-wee Piranha. But as a continuation of the different types of Octoombas, before I was really interrupted by the explanation of a Comet Medal, blue ones shoot regular rocks, green ones shoot 2 rocks, and if you notice on the top of a green Octoomba's head, there are 2 antennae. That signifies that it just has to shoot 2 rocks. Pink ones, they lob them at a higher height. I mean, at a higher angle, so you can't really jump over them. I preferably duck under it, or just walk around the pink ones. But here we have Pee-wee Piranha. Instead of a tail like in Petey Piranha, we just had to hit its eggshell bottom, its diaper, in a sense. And that's pretty much the entire boss. I mean, this is a very interesting level. I really like it. It's really good for a very first level to help you get into it. And the bosses are, I don't want to say if they're like a little bit more creative than the bosses in the first game. I think they have a little more depth to them than the previous bosses, but they still kind of have the same trend. I mean, hit it 3 times in the weak spot, and then it's dead. But sometimes there's a little bit of variation. And some of these bosses are harder than most of the bosses in the first game. When we get to those bosses, I'll just let you know. But I'm really excited to do a walkthrough of this. It's been a while since I played the game seriously. I'm mostly excited for the second half of the game, when you're collecting the last 122 stars. The first 120 stars is really great the first time, but the second time you do through the 120 stars, you kind of get a little bit of a feeling of repetition, like it's not that fresh. But it's not as bad as like playing Super Mario Galaxy 1 multiple times. Like when I did the walkthrough for that game, it just felt like I probably played like that was my 3rd time or 4th time playing, and it just felt like completely unoriginal. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna end the part here. So in the next episode, we'll continue.